Hi everybody, this is me, like 1 year ago. This is me now after, 1 year of vibe coding. You can see the impact this had on my health. So this talk is about Uber. I want to thank you all for coming here. Well, I looked really young in that picture. So I'm the co-founder of Improntus. We are an agency. We basically work for companies doing Magento and Adobe commerce stores. If you saw my bio somewhere, it says that I'm no longer flying because I have so many projects. I am actually flying. I'm still flying. I have proof of that. That's me. 2 mid-Magentos ago. Who wants to be my co-pilot in this mid-Magento? Okay, you. So, I'm not grounded, I'm still flying, but there's some truth to that. I'm not flying or flight instructing as much as I did before, not nearly as much as I did before. And the reason for that is that there's so much innovation going on these days that when I transitioned from being, I transitioned from being the CEO to the CMO to, all of the phases, happiness, sadness, speaker at Magento, and CIO of the company. And when I went to be the CIO of the company and I started looking at all of the changes that have been going on lately, we're always trying to look at Improntus, at the technology patterns that are going to be impactful in the future, and that means frameworks, companies that are going to make a change. And so I wish that some of the stuff that we are working on is impactful to your businesses or your companies. And so what we did is a module or an integration with Uber that allows you basically to ship products in record time. So let's say that right now you want to order a product, let's say this clicker or whatever, and you order it right now. By the end of this presentation, you should have the product physically on your hands. That's basically what we did with this integration. Now, you might be wondering, how does that work? Well, basically, you all know Uber. You might have taken an Uber to come here. I took an Uber to come here today, and the Uber driver asked me, hey, what are you speaking about in the conference? Uber. So you may know Uber as a service for taking you to point A, from point A to point B, but there are other verticals. In this case, we're working with a vertical of Uber that's called Uber Direct. And basically, it's a white label, on-demand and scheduled delivery system that you can integrate into your Adobe Commerce or Magento store, and you can use it to, up-level your deliveries. And it's same day or SMA day on demand and scheduled delivery service. It integrates white labels, so you can put in the checkout that it's Uber, but it's not necessary. And it has speed and works with several verticals. So it doesn't really need to be B2C, you can do B2B as well. These are some of the benefits of the product we developed. It's crazily fast, it's so fast, and also has real-time tracking. So you may order this product, and we're going to ship it to you in like 30 minutes, between 30 and 90 minutes, depending on the type of product. But besides that, you're going to be real-time tracking the product, right? So you're going to be seeing where your product is at every stage of the purchase. It's on demand also, so you can either put, it really depends on your company how it works, so you can either put like an automatic trigger and we will get a rider into your location, or you can make an on-demand rider request. That really depends on your commercial strategy. You have real-time notifications both from Uber, and you can integrate your own real-time notifications. We use Uber's dynamic algorithms to calculate the best possible routes for the package. That's the way that we manage to get your products into your house this fast. Is MSI ready, has plug-and-play flexibility, and it's free. So if you want to integrate it into your stores, it's absolutely free. And if you need either help or contact because you need an account with Uber, you just find me around somewhere, and we'll hook you up with an account. And also works across every Magento vertical. Now, when we originally launched this product, we launched it first in Chile, then Brazil, Mexico, and then we launched it in the US. And we had a really awesome partner in the US, which is called Wave Electronics. It's a B2B company in Houston, awesome company. And I had a guy called Chris Collier. He actually helped me as kind of like a strategic partner. Weird relationship because he's kind of like the client, but in a sense he was like a strategic partner to help us like refine the product. We were testing the product with this company to get to the point where it is right now. And so at some point I'm asking Chris, hey, what is your case, right? What are you actually using this service for? And he goes, well, you know, we're an electronic B2B company, so imagine this scenario. You're building, you know, a restaurant, or you're building a home theater, that sort of thing. You wouldn't go by yourself, you know, to Walmart and, you know, buy the wires and stuff. You go to a contractor, and the contractor at the same time goes to a company like Wave and gets all the necessary stuff. Now, when they are, let's say, in the construction site and they realize that they need some sort of wire or, you know, something that they need that they don't have right there, if they realize it in the moment, that means they have to get off the construction site, go to the place, go do the checkout, get back to the place of construction. That takes probably an hour and a half away from the construction site. So that was really interesting to me because this is like a real case scenario of something we are using in a B2B case. And like our idea when we initially built this was we're going to be serving B2C customers. So that was really interesting to me. I just came back from Florida, Florida, New York. I went to speak at Magento, New York, and this is my not so fast, ultra fast delivery experience. I build radio controlled cars, and when I go to the US, I buy either, you know, appliances for airplanes, hobbies, or basically technology. And so I went to this site. I needed to plan this really well. This is what happens to, at least to me, with traditional delivery systems. I need to plan ahead to get my stuff in order. And I was going from Buenos Aires to Florida, Florida to Houston, Houston to Florida, Florida to New York, New York to Florida. So I was like in a really, really tight schedule, and I ordered this on October 9th. Okay, I forgot my password a couple of times. I had a refund for whatever reason. Then I got my order. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be arriving in like 1 or 2 days. By the way, I think the Magento New York was on the 27th, 28th. So I was like, well, I got plenty of time. I done the organizing, but I got plenty of time. So my order was shipped. Then my packages are arriving later than expected. This is great. Your package is out of delivery on the 14th. And then I had to reset my password again because, I don't know, age. And then my package was delivered on the 14th. Great buying experience. And the problem with this kind of stuff is if they would have flashed, you know, engines on my face or, you know, that kind of thing, I would have bought it because I'm an impulse buyer, right? So, and I know that it's not like I go every day to Florida, and so if they would have assured me that I would have had the product on time, I probably would have spent, you know, hundreds if not thousands of dollars, and I ended up buying just things like this. This was another thing that I bought, which is, this email for me is incredible because I think it's tailored for me, so with the less amount of content, I could hate it so much. I hate this email so much because, first of all, I don't know why they mix Spanish with English. I do everything in English. English in my computer, but somehow they mixed the Spanish with English. And so basically they also said that the package was late, and you know, they were going to send the package on the 20th. They sent the package on the 20th, but the arrival estimate is going to be on the 18th. So what I figured out is that they have some sort of travel machine that is going to bend space and time and get my package between the 11th and the 18th, even though they shipped the product on the 20th. And what ended up happening is I got the product, and then when I saw the product, I was like, this is the wrong product. And I had to get back to Argentina, and I got back to Argentina, you know, basically crying. Okay, if you can play the video. Okay, so this is how it works, how it actually works, or how we think that delivery should work. So this is your typical Luma. You're choosing Uber Direct right there, and by the way, if your data is already loaded into the system, this is really fast. And so that's basically it. If you go right up there, hit request Uber rider as an administrator, you get a rider going into your house, and this is the email that you would get as the customer. That's the Uber rider right there, and you could actually see that rider going from the origin location or your warehouse to the destination. And I actually walked those 5 or 6 blocks because that was an original test back, I think 2024, right? So we've learned a bunch of things with this integration. There's the thing of speed, but it's not just speed from the courier, it's also your speed from your warehouse to the courier, right? So if you have to do a picking and packing process, and your picking and packing process takes, I don't know, 3 hours, we cannot be, you know, telling the customer, yeah, it's gonna be in 20 minutes, where, you know, your own internal process takes so long. And we've seen a couple of problems with CRPs, integrations, CRMs, integrations that slow down the process. So in the case of Wave Electronics, which is the company I was talking about earlier, they just built a new line just for this, and when the package comes, it goes straight through that shipping line, and so it's much faster, and we can actually fulfill orders in like 20-30 minutes. Then there's the number of pickup locations. This module we built, you can integrate any number of locations or waypoints that you like, and so we will automatically pick the closest or better location to ship the products from. So the more locations you have, the better, the faster. And then the repurchase strategy, which is, we learned that if you take me, for example, and you say, hey, okay, so you bought that plastic thing over there, we can target you to do a repurchase. And we've seen repurchase indexes go way up, and it actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying that we are targeting impulse buyers, but if you know how to target impulse buyers, it's a great tool. So these are some of the new features that we're working on. I'm not going to be talking a lot about AI because you'll have to endure another talk with me like in a couple of hours about AI, so I'm not going to be going deep about that, but there are AI features. Personalized experience and the SaaS integration. So I'm not going to show you this. You'll have to wait like for 4 hours until I show you this, but trust me, it's great. The personalized experience, we actually enable an API so you can integrate with Digital or Adobe Target, Adobe Analytics. You can actually do a customization, and so you can tell your customer in real time approximately how long is it going to take. So in that case right there, to the first location it's going to take 37 minutes, in the second location 52 minutes, and in the Apopino one it's going to be like 1 hour. We can take that information and you can put it into your CRM or the tool that you are using to communicate and use this data to enhance the personalized experience. And finally, we are working on the process of converting this into an app builder application. And luckily for me, there's a gentleman right there that's going to help me out with some of the problems that we are facing. This is really new technology and we're all excited about it, but I don't have an estimate time for release, but I can tell you that we are working on this, and I can tell you he's going to help me finish up the product. And so this is pretty much what we've been working on, and I just want to take one moment to talk about customer experience. So we're competing with our stores in an ecosystem that has big players, you know, great customer service, great buying experience. You're competing maybe against an Amazon, eBay, those kinds of guys. I think that having a great delivery solution can really enhance your customer's experience. And as I said earlier, I really wish that some of this stuff we've been working on is among your growth vectors. Any questions? Yep.
You mentioned that it's a free app, right? How do you make money?
Oh, you mean asynchronous?
No, I mean the Uber app.
Oh, so he said that it's a free application. So how do we make money asynchronous? That's a great question. I didn't think of that. You know, there are two parts on this. For the one part, if you remember everything that Marcia said on the introductory talk, we really want to make a product to, you know, make this community better, and that's a big chunk of it. And also we have, you know, on the other part, we have an official partner agreement with Uber. And so they paid us originally to build this module, and now we are supporting it because we really think it's a really cool feature, and that's basically it.
Second question, if I may. Can you combine different orders together, and so you know, for each order, the driver will show up at your warehouse? Combine different orders together and then give it to the driver? Is it possible?
Yes, and also, and I think I didn't mention this, but this is open source, and so if you eventually want to modify it, like for instance, we are not doing reverse logistics right now officially on the module, but unofficially we are doing it. So if you want to, you know, make changes to the code base and, for instance, do that, you can absolutely do it. Oh, if you can combine different shipping points into one unified shipping experience, if you will, and the answer is basically yes. You can take 2 points, not with the integration as it is, but you can easily modify the module to do that.
How big the package can be? Like if we do some for weekly, so our package is big and bulky. So with this, can they deliver in a sprinter van or transit van locally within 30 miles?
Okay, so the question, see, I'm learning. So the question was how big of a package can we deliver? And that's an interesting question because, and I didn't know this, but Uber has this ton of like different units, if you will. And so one of the units is actually called Uber Freight, and I think like for larger size items, that's what you would be using. And what we are doing here with Uber Direct is we are actually connecting with different types of fleets. So for example, there are customers that are really eco-friendly friendly oriented. So then if we need to, ship this microphone, and we know that this is, that type of business that aims to that type of customer, we won't be using a hammer. We would be using either a guy in an e-bike or a guy walking or, a guy in a bicycle. We have different shipping units, if you will, that we can tailor for different business necessities.
Yeah, I know what for example, but I'm not trying to make it within like last mile delivery from our distribution centers. Like within 10 miles of some of the orders, so I want to use like Friday or units, or they do you guys and it's quick. So is it optional that you're choosing a van or?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And you can actually, I'm not directly, into sales of Uber because I'm with the company that developed this stuff. But you can actually talk to your Uber representative and explain the situation, and they will also get you a special pricing for those types of products.
And the question was, can you use that?
Oh, if you can select the type of vehicle that is going to be doing the delivery. Memory is not my strength.
Is there something like this for Shopify, would you
I believe, first of all, I believe the Shopify word is prohibited here.
I work on the thing myself, so
Right. So the S word here, it's a complicated word, but I do understand that they are working on it. At the time that we built this, I think we shipped this 6 months ago. We were the first to have like a Magento, an e-commerce direct integration, which is directly connected to the system via API. That was my understanding, and now I believe that they are working on Shopify and other platform integrations. That's why it's a great timing for you guys to get into this, because first everybody is going to eventually want to get this kind of service level, and we don't need to. We don't have to let Shopify win the war. Okay. Yeah.
there are other, you have Cream.
Oh yeah.
Cream and there are other vendors.
Yeah.
So are you trying to do it for them as well, or just Google?
Well, and the question was if we're planning to do this for other delivery providers. And the answer to that is we have done that for other delivery providers. There's a really big business called Delivery Hero. Back in Argentina, it's called Recaptcha. It's a huge delivery service. And we've also done it for a company called Mova, awesome company. The key difference, I think, is the size of the network, right? So we started off in Chile, moved to Brazil, moved to Mexico, now we're in the US. We can make it work here. We have no customers here using this, so you can be the first. But it's really different, like in company size and in the capacity to migrate between markets. Actually, we have clients that are working in 6 or 7 different markets, and we can have one integration, one account, and it works seamlessly across the different countries. So, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, we've done this before. We're not planning on doing it. It's not on our roadmap to do it with other companies right now. But I mean, the size of Uber is just enormous. So it's
Well, the thing is, Uber is pretty big in North America. In the Middle East, or where I'm originally from, you've got Cray, which is pretty big, and you've got some other small ones as well. Like in UAE and South Korea. So, can the same model be copy-pasted with other like Uber-like companies?
So the question was if this same model can be copy-pasted and used in other logistic providers. And the answer to that is, yes, I'm thinking of suing you. I'm probably going to be suing you. But yes, and actually I encourage, anybody that has the knowledge and the skills and well, actually, I sold this, before being the Chief Innovation Officer, I sold this product to Uber. So if you got the capacity to go and speak with a representative of those folks, I totally am for you doing so, because,
That's true.
yeah.
Uber has to support the API.
Yes.
So this is only possible if the shipping companies have the capacity and the technology and the API to support it. This is only possible. So if these other companies don't have the API open and the last one, then it's not possible.
Okay, so the question was if it's possible to do something like this if the shipping companies do not have the APIs to do so. And the answer to that is absolutely not. And as a matter of fact, there are some API endpoints in Uber's system that I mean, they should be named after me, like if it were stars or something, because I had to sit down with them and I'm like, hey, like this is e-commerce, this is not, they were already delivering like millions of packages per day, but like this specific model has, certain things that we needed, like our tailored APIs, and they built those APIs for us, so yeah.
I have a question. Next year, can we have some insight on the lawsuit?
Look,
You are a troublemaker.
I'm sorry, just, I want to go back here. There, I mean, I want a picture with you. Like, I think Marcia here with me would be like great PR material for Magento. I'm just saying that, and also, after all of these years, I believe that the association makes me the official Magento private pilot. Yeah?
You want to go back to that slide?
Oh yeah,